Hello everyone, in this video I will discuss important Java MCQs. So in this video you will check your Java skills. So I will explain all the questions with answers. So first question is the default value of a static integer variable of a class in Java is. The question is static integer variable of a class. And the default value means the integer variable is only declared, the variable is not initialized, and in that case what will be the value of a static? So static int I, fine, so it is not initialized, and what will be the default value? The default value is option number B is option number A. The default value of static integer variable of a class in Java is 0. Next, what will be printed as the output of the following program? So as you can see the code, it's int I equals to 0, I equals to I plus I, and then system.out.println I. So options are I equals to 0 or I equals to 1 or I equals to 2, or is it a compile time error? Fine, you can take your time to find the output. Let me write the code. Code is I equals to I plus I. So it's the code. So what is the output? Let me explain. Here I equals to I plus I, and the starting value of I is 0. I is 0. So here I equals to I plus. Here what will happen? It is a post increment operator. It means first of all value will be assigned to this expression and then value will be incremented. It is a post increment. So I plus here initially I is 0, so I plus here value will be assigned to 0, but after assignment I will become 1 because it's a post increment operator. So after assignment I will become 1. So here value of I is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So I equals to 1 will be printed, and right answer is option number B. Third, multiple inheritance means one class inheriting from more superclasses, more classes inheriting from one superclass, more classes inheriting from more superclasses. Option A and B above. Multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means suppose this is the base class A and it is the base class B, and one class C. So one class inheriting from more superclasses. It's a multiple inheritance, and it has limitation. The limitation of multiple inheritance is ambiguity. Limitation of multiple inheritance is ambiguity. Ambiguity means suppose both these classes have same method, A class and B class have same method, and then there will be a doubt. So it's a ambiguity. There will be a doubt that C class is using which method, A class method or B class method. Fine. and multiple inheritance is practically possible in Java using interfaces. So here the right answer is multiple inheritance means one class inheriting from more super classes. Fine. So let me discuss this problem, ambiguity problem, in detail. So see, this is the code. Suppose class A has one method, public static void main. I am not going to write the proper syntax. I am just explaining you the concept. So A class has method show. Similarly, class B has method show. Just wait. Yeah, class B has method show. Fine. So suppose C class is inheriting these both classes, class A and class B, then which show method will be inherited? So this is the ambiguity. Fine. Okay, next. Which statement is not true in Java language? A public member of a class can be accessed in all the packages. A private member of a class cannot be accessed by the methods of the same class. A private member of a class cannot be accessed from its derived class. A protected member of a class can be accessed from its derived class. So here I will also explain public, protected and private access specifier. Public, protected and private. Public means a public member of a class can be accessed in all the packages. The method is public, so it can be accessed anywhere. A protected member of a class can be accessed from the derived class. So these statements are correct. This is correct. This is correct. And private member of a class means only the methods of the class, only the methods of that class can access the private members. No outside class or even no derived class can access the private members, because private members means the only a particular class, only the methods of the same class can access the private members. So option C is private member of a class cannot be accessed from its derived class. It's right. A private member of a class cannot be accessed by the methods of the same class. This is not true. This is false. So right answer is option B, because private members of a class can be accessed by the methods of the same class. Private members can be accessed by the methods of the same class, but private members cannot be accessed outside. Private members cannot be accessed from the derived class. Protected members can be accessed by the derived class, and public member of a class can be accessed in all the packages. Next, fifth question. To prevent any method from overriding, we declare the method as. It's very simple. How we can prevent any method from overriding? We will use a static keyword, we will use const, or we will use final or abstract, or none of the above. To prevent any method from overriding or to prevent inheritance, we declare the method as final. It's very simple. Let me explain more. Suppose there is one class, final class A, and you are, and class B is trying to inherit this class, and then you will get error. The class A cannot be inherited. Class A is final, means it's final, it's done. No one can override the features of this class, and this is the final class. Similarly, we can have a final method in a class. It means then that method cannot be inherited. We can write like this: final void show. It means this method cannot be inherited by, this method cannot be overridden by any class. So to prevent any method from overriding, we declare the method as final. Next, which of the following is not true? A class containing abstract methods is called abstract class. Abstract methods should be implemented in the derived class. An abstract class cannot have non-abstract methods. A class must be qualified as abstract class if it contains one abstract method and none of the above. Now, what is an abstract class? Abstract class is a class which have at least one abstract method. Let me write: at least one abstract method. Abstract class is a class which have at least one abstract method. Fine. And we can have non-abstract methods in the abstract class. We can have abstract, non-abstract methods, and if there is a one abstract method in a class must be qualified as abstract. This option is true. And class containing abstract method is called abstract class. This option is also true. And abstract method should be implemented in the derived class. It is again true. And this statement is not true. So question is, which is not true? So option C. An abstract class cannot have non-abstract method. This is false. An abstract class can have abstract methods. Fine. So again, so let me explain some what is abstract method. Suppose this is a class A, and abstract method is public, suppose void show. It means only declaration is here, only declaration, no definition. It means we don't know what this show method is doing, only declaration, and this method is abstract, and this is a abstract method. Fine. And if there is some method like this, public void display, and we have its definition, and then it is a non-abstract method. It is a non-abstract method, and an abstract class can have non-abstract methods as well. Now this is the class A, and it has one method, abstract method. So here I must write public abstract, and now this is an abstract method, so this class must also be declared as abstract. So here D option is saying exact thing, that if a class contains abstract method, it must be qualified as abstract. And now this show method must be implemented in the derived class. Must be implemented. So abstract methods must be implemented in the derived classes. Okay. So next question. The fields in an interface are implicitly specified as. The fields in an interface. Okay, let me explain. Static only, protected, private, both static and final. Now what is interface? Abstract class has at least one abstract method, but all the methods in the interface are abstract. Keep this thing in mind. Abstract class, at least one abstract method, but interface, all methods are abstract. Fine. And another thing, the field means data members. Fields means data members, and data members of an interface are both static and final. Final means we cannot override the data members of an interface. And static means we cannot create instance of an interface, so all the data members are static. And static context means no instance exists. The fields in an interface are both static and final. And how to declare the interface? Let me again write simply interface A, and here you will simply write, suppose void show, and there is one variable, suppose there is one data member int A. It means A is by default static and final, and show is by default abstract in the interface. So simple. Next question. What restriction is there on using the super reference in a constructor? Only one child class can use it. It can only be used in the parents constructor. It must be used in the first statement of the constructor. It must be used in the last statement of the constructor. Super keyword has actually 3 uses. Super keyword is used, let me write, super keyword is used to call base class constructor. Base class constructor. Super keyword is used to call base class method in case of method overriding, and super keyword is used to call base class data members. Fine. And if you have any doubt regarding any of the keywords, super, abstract, interface, I will put the link of Java tutorials in the description. You can check. But there is one restriction. If you want to use the super keyword, and if you want to call the base class constructors, and if you want to use the super keyword, it must be the first statement of the constructor. For example, class A, it has one constructor public A, and class B, constructor public B, so here if you want to use a super keyword, it must be the first statement. Fine. So the right answer is option number C. Next, which of the following methods belong to the string class? Length, compared to, equals, substring, all of the above. Which of the following methods belongs to string class? Actually, all methods belong to string class. Length is used to find the length of the string. Equals and compared to are used if we want to check whether two strings are equal or not. The return type of equals is boolean. Return type is boolean, and here compared to return type is integer. Substring is used to get substring from the string. So all the methods are of string class. Fine. So if you have any doubt regarding these string class methods, just write in the comment box. I will upload the string class tutorial. Next and last question of this series. I will explain some more questions in the coming lectures. Which of the following is not true? An interface can extend another interface. A class which is implementing an interface must implement all methods of interface. An interface is a solution for multiple inheritance. An interface can implement another interface. See, this question is very simple if you know the concept of interface. So interface is a solution for multiple inheritance. It's right, I have already explained. An interface can extend another interface. It's again right. A class which is implementing an interface must implement all the methods of the interface. Again right. Because all the methods of interface are abstract, and a class which is implementing an interface must implement all the methods of the interface. An interface can implement another interface. Here interface cannot implement another interface. Interface can extend another interface. So what is this? Suppose this is interface I1 C. Similarly, there is interface I2 which is extends interface 1. And suppose if a class A wants to inherit this implement in this interface, it is the syntax. Class A implements interface name I1. So in case of class C, in case of class, implements keyword is used, and in case of interface, in case of class, if class wants to inherit the interface, implements keyword is used, and if interface wants to inherit another interface, extends keyword is used. So these are some questions of Java, MCQs related to Java. I hope your concepts are clear now, and in case you have any doubt, you can ask me. Fine. So for attempting these MCQs, you must have basic idea of every concept, like what is interface, what is abstract class, why super keyword is used, why final keyword is used, what is method overriding, and then only you can attempt the MCQs related to Java. And in case you are not aware of any of the concept, I will put the Java tutorial playlist link in the description box. You can easily check. All the concepts are very easy. So thank you. In case you have any suggestion, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.